When it comes to creating viewports from a 3D model, although this presents a mechanical part, it can be a house model as well. If you create a viewport, if I go to the normal process, the rectangular viewport from this model, and I go to my sheet and I'm happy with my scale and I place my viewport, you may notice that first of all, the render mode remains the same. It's no longer wireframe. Secondly, your materials and your textures, that settings are all cribbed from the model space into your viewport. So if I press spacebar just to create another viewport, I can place the viewport. You can make changes to individual viewports as well. So I can select the second viewport and I can tell Caddie that my render mode, I would like that to be thong shaded wireframe, and my materials textures, say for instance I would like my materials on but my textures off. So if I press R for regen, as you can see, it updates that viewport. You can also make a copy of an existing viewport. Let's place one there and there. Regen. And let's say the bottom left hand viewport, I would like that to be a 3D wireframe. And on the right hand side, I would like that one to be hidden line. So individually, you can update your viewport by selecting the viewport, and you can toggle between the settings. But you can also select multiple viewports, where it says the content. I can ask Caddie, my render mode at the moment, I would like it to be in 2 different render modes. But my materials textures, I would like them to be all switched on. So I'm going to ask Caddie, materials textures on. R for regen, and as you can see, it updates the viewport. So let's save it to a PDF. So go File, Save under Export, Save as PDF. It's going to be landscape. It's going to be my current sheet. I like to save my layer info with it. That's the advantage of saving to a PDF. And I'm going to say save, and Caddie will open the PDF once it's saved. On the right hand side, thong shaded wireframe. I've got my 3D wireframe as well as my hidden line. Another enhancement when it comes to between your model and your sheets, I'm first going to show you what you add up to Caddie 28, and then I'm going to show you that what we call a dynamic list. Previously, if you right click either on a sheet tab or on a model tab and you say go to sheet, Caddie opens this dialog. Now, new to Caddie 28 is if I go to configure and I go down to my environment settings, you'll see that there's an option that says sheets, and then we go to maximum number of sheets for dynamic list. Now, I've reduced mine to 10 just to show you what you add, so I'm going to jack it up to 20. Now, that is your default value. So if you're going to install your Caddie 28, yours will be set to 20 sheets for the dynamic list. After 20, then it will display the dialog again. So I'm going to say OK. So if I'm going to right click on the model tab and I say go to sheet, now it displays what we call a dynamic list. And then you select your sheet that you want to go to, and it takes you to your sheet. So if it's set to 20, if you've got 21 sheets, then it will make use of the dialog less than 20, and it will show you the dynamic list.